Happy Wednesday. Just a few more days on money and then this topic will be done. I've reviewed it a bunch, so I'm just going to jump right in today and say, I used to worry about money because I didn't think I had enough. When I started out of grad school, my first job paid $16,500 per year and there were no benefits. And I had to pay both sides of Social Security and we had student loans to pay off. And as a young husband and then later as a young husband and a father, I just worried that I was not making enough money. 8 years later, after I quit being a college pastor, I became a consultant. Now we've got a few kids and a mortgage, and I'm off trying to start something, and I was quite worried that I didn't have enough money. Some of you are there right now. You're in that camp today, and you know, you might be making more than 16.5. I mean, that was 35 years ago. I'm now old enough that I can. I used to hear people say, "We bought our first house for $45, but I only made $8 a day or $8 a year, and we didn't think we were going to be able to pay it." And the numbers are always shocking when you go back that far. So look, I worried for a while that I didn't have enough money. At some point, I started to worry that I had too much. Now, you're listening to this, so I assume that you do not think greed is a good thing. Some people do. Gordon Gekko in the 87 movie Wall Street, he said greed, for lack of a better word, greed is good, greed is right, greed works. Ayn Rand writes about the virtue of selfishness. I have a fraternity brother that I've talked about. He used to say greed is good, and he made the news because he had 3 jets and a 30,000 square foot house and 300 cars. He's out of the news. He was in the news later because he was running a $200 million Ponzi scheme, and he's now serving 50 years in a federal penitentiary. So he said greed was good. I'm assuming you don't think that greed is good. I am assuming that you think that greed is not good. Here's the challenge. We actually like hearing that there's somebody that has 300 cars because it makes it easier for us to justify whatever our current expenses are, whatever they are. Just want you to be alert to the fact, if you're listening to this, almost certainly, most of the world thinks you've got a crazy, stupid amount of money. And you don't think that, because you know people that have a crazier and stupider amount of money than you do. But it's very easy for us to be blind to our own greed and to justify our own expenses, whatever they are. And so I just want to alert you to the fact that that is a slippery trap. And we need some objective advice and assessments to help us understand our sort of status in the world, and we need to be alert to the allure, the ongoing allure of money. Global Wealth Index, if you Google it, you can type in your annual salary and it will let you know where you fit. You probably aren't on the cover of Forbes magazine for the Forbes richest billionaires, but it will help you understand just where we fall into the scheme, the grand global historical scheme of money. We've got to be alert to the greed in our own hearts and our ability to justify whatever our lifestyle is. Have a good day.